Have you ever sat staring at a clock? When you do that, time seems to slow down. It's like the seconds tick by more slowly than usual. Of course, that's not actually happening. It's just your brain playing tricks on you. But what if there was a way to actually slow down time, or even reverse it? In the past, many have claimed to have invented a time machine. Some of these people were geniuses like Nikola Tesla. Others were considered crazy. Today, we're going to look at how scientists have proven that time travel is real. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that like button. The algorithm says it will help our channel grow, and we really appreciate it. Thanks. Now let's begin. The universe is vast and mysterious, and has so many wonders that are beyond our understanding. But one of the most mind-boggling concepts in all of space is time travel. While it may seem like something that only exists in science fiction movies, the truth is that time travel has been proven to exist by scientists. Yes, you heard that right. Time travel is real. Let's take a closer look at this amazing discovery. Scientists have long been fascinated by the idea of time travel. It was NT until 1905 when Albert Einstein published his theory of special relativity that the possibility of traveling through time became a legitimate scientific theory. According to Einstein's theory, time is relative, and it can be affected by speed and gravity. This means that an object moving at a high speed or in a strong gravitational field will experience time more slowly than an object at rest or in a weak gravitational field. For example, if you had two clocks, one on Earth and one on a spaceship moving at near light speed, the clock on the spaceship would tick more slowly than the clock on Earth. The difference would be very small, but it would still be measurable. This phenomenon has been proven through experiments that use atomic clocks to measure the passage of time. One such experiment was conducted in 2005 by the National Institute of Standards and Technology in Colorado. The experiment involved two atomic clocks, one on Earth and one on a plane flying around the world. After the plane returned, it was found that the clock on the plane had ticked more slowly than the clock on Earth by a few dozen nanoseconds. This may seem like a tiny amount, but it was enough to prove that time dilation does occur due to the effects of speed and gravity. Now, let's talk about gravity. Einstein also theorized that gravity can affect the passage of time. In fact, he predicted that time would pass more slowly near a massive object due to the intense gravity. This has been proven through experiments such as the Haffel-Keating experiment conducted in 1971. The experiment involved four atomic clocks, one on a plane flying eastward and another flying westward around the globe. The results of the experiment showed that the clocks on the planes had ticked more slowly than those on Earth due to the effects of both speed and gravity. These experiments have provided evidence that time travel is possible in the sense that time can be dilated by speed and gravity. However, this is not the same as traveling through time in the traditional sense of moving forward or backward in a linear timeline. But recent discoveries have made the concept of time travel more plausible than ever before. Scientists have discovered that near the event horizon of a black hole, time appears to flow backwards. This has been observed through the analysis of light and radiation emitted from the accretion disk of a black hole. This phenomenon is known as time reversal, and it has been captured in images by the Event Horizon Telescope, a global collaboration of telescopes that captured the first image of a black hole in 2017. In addition to time dilation and time reversal, scientists have also discovered other phenomena that suggest that time travel may be possible. For example, wormholes are theoretical tunnels that connect two different points in spacetime. While wormholes have never been observed, their existence is mathematically possible according to Einstein's theories. If wormholes do exist, they could potentially be used as gateways to travel through time. Another phenomenon that suggests time travel may be possible is the Big Bang. The Big Bang theory is the prevailing cosmological model for the universe. It states that the universe began as a singularity an infinitely dense and hot point. The theory suggests that time began at the Big Bang and has been flowing in only one direction since then. However, some scientists have proposed that the Big Bang may have been the result of a quantum fluctuation in an otherwise static universe. If this is true, it would mean that time may not be linear and could potentially loop back on itself. So while time travel may seem like a far-fetched concept, it is important to remember that our understanding of the universe is constantly evolving. New discoveries and theories are constantly being developed, and it is possible that time travel may become a reality in the future. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to travel back in time and change history, or maybe you'll be able to travel to the future and see what's in store for humanity. Time will tell. Now we have established that time travel is indeed real. We can now delve deeper into the possibilities of this incredible phenomenon. Have you ever wondered if time travel could be used to change the past? If you could go back in time, what would you change? Perhaps you would prevent a loved one from dying or avoid a major disaster. It's natural to wonder about the potential implications of altering the past. However, it's important to remember that time travel is a delicate matter, and any changes made to the past could have unforeseen consequences for the future. The concept of changing the past raises many ethical questions. For example, if you were to prevent a loved one from dying, would you be robbing them of their life experience? Conversely, if you were to allow the disaster to occur, would you be condemning innocent people to death? These are difficult questions that must be considered carefully. But what if you could travel to the future? What would you gain by visiting the future? Would it be worth the potential risk of altering the past? Perhaps you would want to see what's in store for humanity, or witness major historical events firsthand. Time travel to the future could also have its own set of ethical implications. For example, if you were to witness a major historical event, you could potentially alter the course of history simply by your presence. Even something as seemingly insignificant as stepping on a butterfly could have major repercussions for the future. Ultimately, the question of whether or not to change the past or future is a personal one. There is no right or wrong answer, and each individual must decide for themselves what they believe is the ethical course of action. However, the concept of time travel doesn't end there. What if someone else has traveled through time? This raises the possibility that you may not be alone in your journey. Perhaps there are others who have traveled through time to observe or even interact with humans. This raises many questions, such as why are they here and what are their intentions? It's possible that they're simply observers, studying humans and their history from afar. Or they could be trying to influence human events for their own purposes. The idea that someone else has traveled through time adds a whole new dimension to the concept of time travel. It's possible that you may have already encountered a time traveler without realizing it. They could be living among humans, observing us and our history, or they could be trying to change the course of human events. This raises the question, are we alone in our time stream? Is there anyone else out there who has traveled through time to observe or influence human history? As we continue to explore the concept of time travel, it's important to keep an open mind. We may never know for sure if time travelers exist, but it's a fascinating idea to consider nonetheless. You might be thinking to yourself, is everything I know a lie? Is my entire life a fabrication designed by someone with superior technology to keep me here? And why? A great question, but one that's nearly impossible to answer. We can't prove or disprove the existence of time travelers, but it's a fun thought experiment. If you could travel back in time, what would you change? Or if you could travel to the future, what would you want to see? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.